Weston is one of those picturesque towns in Vermont where visitors flock to for its playhouse and shops along its main street, otherwise known as Route 100. But it's also becoming something of an educational mecca, too. For the third year in a row, Weston's new pop-up university is offering classes on all the fun subjects that didn't seem available back in the good old college days. Courses like dance, or growing better vegetables, or wine tasting are part of the offerings that residents near and far, now thanks to Zoom technology, can take and sample at Weston Pop-Up U. To find out more about what's going on is the school, which this year is offering 9 online classes this spring, just in time to beat the mud season blues, we journeyed up to the Walker Farm, the Weston Playhouse's other stage, as it were, and to the Hub restaurant there, where we met up with some of the folks who are gearing up the pop-up university for its new semester, along with 2 of the instructors who will be teaching there, Christine Mix, who will be leading a class on cartoon drawing, and Michael Ellenfeld, who will be teaching a class on cooking.
Well, Weston Pop-Up was actually an idea of Debbie Grandquist's, who's not here with us today, but she thought, wouldn't this be wonderful to have a community event in March, mud season, when there's not a whole lot going on here, and get a group of community people together to put together some classes, taking advantage of the really interesting people we have here in Weston, people with lots of skills and interests, and offer some classes that would be casual, not university, not real formal classes, but just interesting classes for people who have particular interests. So that's really how it started. And the idea of a pop-up university is that it pops up in March and then disappears again. And so that's what it was about. So she got a group of local people together. They came up with some classes and asked local citizens to offer the classes. And the first year we had 15 or 20 classes offered, and unfortunately came right up against COVID. We had 2 or 3 classes, and then COVID hit. And so we put some of them, we were able to do some of them on Zoom, but they were all designed to be in-person classes. So we got sort of stymied that first year, moved to Zoom for some of them. And then last year we thought, okay, we want to keep this going, but it's going to have to be on Zoom. So we did a smaller curriculum, about 10 classes I think last year, doing the same thing this year, and we're very much looking forward to being in person and with a wider curriculum next year.
Yeah, it's an all-volunteer effort, which I think speaks so well of the community, that people really wanted to, give their time, whatever it is. I mean, we've got a volunteer website, whatever people's skills might be, we happily involve them in those activities. Promotion, we had a local artist did our logo for us. So, everything that you see about it has been donated or given by some volunteer. So our budget is obviously very low, and we're able to pull all this off because of all that time that people give so generously.
And people get some sort of degree at the end of it?
We were going to do this the first year. We had a big plan. We were going to have a graduation party. We had, mapped it all out. We were going to give certificates. We called them the class of, 2021, the class of 2022. We never got to do any of that the first year, so we haven't. But I think if we get to go back to, again, in person, we hope to do all of that at some time.
And next year will be great because we're planning to hold all of the classes, or most of the classes, in person. And we are here right now in the Hub restaurant, which is the Hub at Weston. And so we hope to hold some of the classes here next year, as well as at the library here in Weston. So it'll be great to bring community members together in person. But for this year, we're just excited to see each other online and be able to come together.
Then Christine Mix showed us what she would be teaching in her cartoon drawing class.
A little demonstration here of a stick figure, and sometimes there's my little stick man, right? And I'm gonna have him go like this, and he goes like that, and you have a little head, and the body, artist, it's all basically the body when drawing is comprised of heads. So your head, and it's at the theory that you got 2 heads. Your torso for an adult is 2 heads. So if you do a study, it's 1 head, 2 heads. And this will help you fill out your stick figure. And this is one layer character. And you can always go back, you can clean up your lines. Now I'm using a dark pencil here so you guys can see this. Normally I would be using a lighter pencil so it's easier to erase and you draw lighter. But I think you get the whole idea here. How to... I'll also talk about people how they can use sketchbooks in character designs. I don't know if you can see that or not. But you can make all kinds of faces and expressions.
Then it was off to the kitchen at the Hub, where we met up with Michael Ellenfeld.
We're going to do something relatively simple and easy that everybody can do at home, and it's a simple vegetarian burger. On Wednesday nights, we're a little more community-minded than the rest of the week, and so we invite the community and their families in, and we have burger nights. So we have beef burgers, we have sliders, we have a fish burger, and we have a veggie burger, and we've come up with a relatively new, very tasty veggie burger. And so I'll be teaching that for the pop-up. And I've done a lot of teaching in the past, and so this kind of seemed like a no-brainer, especially seeing so we'll be able to do it on Zoom, so as many people as possible can participate.
So this year we have Susan Hafner teaching Broadway dance during one of our classes, and it will be so much fun. Susan is incredible. She has performed on Broadway, she performs all over, and it's already receiving lots of sign-ups. So that class will be a sure bet.
You may not get a formal degree or diploma at the end of your session in Weston's Pop-Up University, but it sure sounds like fun and a great way to take that deep dive into something you always wanted to learn more about but never found the time for. Whether it's artificial intelligence or dancing, or from lighting design to finding out what book to read next, Weston Pop-Up University might be your next stop on your educational journey. To register for classes or to learn more about it, visit their website at westonpopupuniversity.org. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.